You can make plaster silica molds from any found object. Let's look at how to make molds to copy items bought at a thrift shop or a garage sale. I have a bucket of uncooked rice I usually use to stabilize latex molds. I'll use this to get some idea how much volume of material I'll need to fill this thrift shop bowl. I just poured all the rice out into the ceramic bowl to get some idea what level it fills the bowl to. Then pour the rice into the steel bowl that I plan to use to mix the casting compound to see what level it reaches. This gives me a rough idea how much casting compound to mix to fill the ceramic bowl with casting compound. I'm not going for perfect accuracy, just an approximation. Now mix up some casting compound. Pour in some water, dump in some powder. It's important when you mix powder to liquid to start with the liquid. If you start with the powder and then add the water, you'll never get all the lumps out. Start mixing it up with a whisk. I like to use a whisk, but a spoon works just as well. Just keep mixing until all the powder is mixed into the water. When you have a nice creamy mix, add some more powder, keep mixing carefully, mashing out all the powder to avoid having any lumps in the finished mix. With a casting compound mix, I'm now taking some cooking oil. Now this is just cheap canola oil, and I'll paint a coating on the ceramic bowl. I don't want it too thick, but I do want to be sure I get everything to be sure none of the compound sticks to the ceramic. I'm also painting some oil on a metal pie plate that I have. You'll see soon what it's for. I've used this pie plate for all kinds of molds. Now, just pour the mixture into the well-oiled ceramic bowl. Give it a good shake to settle the compound into the bowl and level it out. Now I'm taking the pie plate I oiled, pressing it into the compound. All this is for is to make the mold a little thinner in the middle. I cut some 3-inch wide strips of cardstock and taped them together with masking tape to make a containment ring. Place it around the ceramic bowl. This is to be sure the casting compound doesn't slop all over the edge. Another thrift store item I'll use to make a mold from. I cut pieces of cardboard, taped them together to build a box around the ceramic tray. Brush on some cooking oil to be sure the mold compound won't stick to the ceramic. I want to be sure I've oil coated all the cardboard box as well as the ceramic tray. Canola oil is cheap, so there's no reason to worry about how much I use. I have a nice creamy mix of casting compound and I'll just pour it into the ceramic tray. This batch didn't fill it nearly as much as I'd like, so I'll just mix up some more to add to it. Second batch all mixed up, just pour it out. Give the whole thing a good shake to vibrate the compound down into the texture of the ceramic tray and level out the casting compound. I could add even more compound if I wanted, but I think this is enough for what I want to do. Each of these items cost $1. They each use less than $1 in materials and each took less than 15 minutes to make a plaster silica copy to use as a mold to make a glass tray or bowl. This is a cheap and easy way to do a single project or to test a design to see if you like it enough to make a master mother mold to do multiple copies in ceramic.